Bharat is interesting. Bharat is absolute pleasure, delight to learn. And that journey also got me to learn about how wonderful these farmers are. So when I did decide that, okay, we are doing a journey in agriculture, one of the important questions is, how exactly does agriculture happen today in India? That was a question I did not have an answer to. I, of course, did do a little bit of secondary research by reading online, etc., reading some books in the library, but that is still secondary knowledge. I did not have enough understanding of how agriculture really worked in India. So that is when I decided that maybe for about 20% of my time, I will invest into taking classes for students of chartered accountancy and fund my travel across India to understand how agriculture happens. I ended up traveling to about 9 states, meeting hundreds of farmers, having these conversations with them about how agriculture worked for them. Fascinating journey that was. I met farmers in northern Karnataka where they said they barely make 5,000 rupees per year per acre from farming. I met farmers from Erode in Tamil Nadu where they said from 1/4 of an acre by having a greenhouse, they said they make about 4-5 lakh rupees of profit, maybe just in about one season or half a year. So the list goes on. There are farmers I met in Punjab where they were talking about water is in 600 feet and they're still comfortable, and they were doing paddy, they were doing wheat. I met farmers in Bihar area where they said we don't have water. They actually had water in about 40-50 feet. They were complaining about them not having water. So it's fascinating how somebody at 600 feet still feels they have water, somebody at 40-50 feet feels they don't have water. Bharat is interesting. Bharat is absolute pleasure, delight to learn. And that journey also got me to learn about how wonderful these farmers are, how kind, how compassionate, how resilient farmers are as a community. Nature is thankless. Often they fail, but still the grit to stand up again, grit to come back and do farming. Partly could be because of their circumstances, partly because that is all they knew what to do. But they actually showed to me that it is possible for farming to be viable, profitable if done properly. And it also showed to me that in good parts of India, in probably majority of India, farming was failing. But one thing I need to admit, after spending that time, I did not have a clear answer as to what the recipe for success was. What I knew was to understand the recipe of farming, to understand the root cause for farming to fail, and to figure out a recipe to make farming work, there is no shortcut. I have to start farming, I have to learn farming, and only then can we think about a way in which this could work differently. It is an absolutely delightful journey that we have had, and that confidence, that clarity has inspired me to stay in this game of agriculture for long. Here is my small piece of advice to my friends who want to start a company, who have an idea and who want to do something interesting. Do not just sit in the room and intellectualize the problem. Do not simply sit in the room and make hypotheses about how to make something work. If you really have a problem, get out of the building, talk to people, meet people, be a little shameless, ask people how they would use something that you want to build. Ask people what their unmet needs are, unarticulated demands are. Some can come from conversation where they spell it out. Some aspects you need to infer, but there is no shortcut. You need to talk to the people with whom you want to work, and only then can you build solutions that end up becoming meaningful.